Okay, Neil. Charlie's last last home game for Sale on Friday. What are your thoughts as he comes to the end of his Edgeley Park career?
Well, I guess in sport, the word legend is probably one of the most overused words possible, but in Charlie's case, it's absolutely appropriate. He's spent 11 years there. I mean, he's the Premiership record point scorer. He scored more than 1,000 points at Edgeley Park. He's just been synonymous with all the Sale success over the last 10 years. He really is a legend in every sense of the word, and it'll leave a huge void when he goes. But I think the club are determined to try and make it a celebration tomorrow. And as far as Charlie's concerned, the best way of doing that is to go out with a win.
How do you think they'll cope without him then?
Well, that's the sort of million-dollar question, really. How do you replace someone who's arguably irreplaceable? That's the problem that Steve Diamond, the man in charge there, has got. They had a few irons in the fire, which for one reason or another fell through. And I think they realise now that rather than rush into a deal perhaps that isn't quite right, they're going to sit tight until perhaps the World Cup's over in the autumn, when quite a few fly halves will be out of contract. They'll have a look at people over there and see if there's someone who comes up to scratch. But he's very big boots to fill, definitely. Although Sale have got a lot of money at their disposal.
And where do you think he ranks among the sort of greatest Sale players of all time?
Well, I spoke to Steve Diamond earlier this week, and he himself used the word, well, he's a Sale legend, isn't he? And I think there's an argument to be made that he's probably the greatest ever player to play for the club. I mean, people can talk about Jason Robinson, arguably, people going further back like Steve Smith, Frank Cotton. But Charlie, I mean, he's synonymous with him winning the league title in 2006, with him winning the European Shield twice in the 2000s. And just as importantly, he's probably been the key factor in why they've stayed up over the past 2 years when they've really struggled. So I think he's probably the best player ever to play for Sale.
And do you think he'll have any regrets as he comes to the end of his Sale career?
I think his biggest regret is that they weren't more successful when they had a really powerful squad, and certainly in the years after the league title success in 2006, Charlie himself admits that they underachieved, and I think looking back, that's probably his one big regret, that they didn't kick on from having won the league title. But I think in every other semblance, he's done everything that he possibly could wish to do, certainly at club level.